Thank you for having me.
All right, so we are talking about something called cloud exploits. We're talking about phishing, which is a fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information or data, and something called ransomware, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, a type of malicious software designed to block access to a computer system until a sum of money is paid, correct?
Yes, very much so, Blaine. You've got it in the simplest form explained.
Good. That's the way I roll. Simple is the best. Okay, talk to us about this. It's an important report. Talk to us about some of the findings.
Yeah, so Blaine, look, I represent an organization that's been around for 28 odd years in the industry. You know, cybersecurity is our forte. We release these results as regular as possible. It's available. It's online. It's free. And really the latest threat intelligence report that we released is very alarming, Blaine. The concepts you referred to, the scenarios you referred to, malicious mail, malicious websites, ransomware, Trojans, all those fundamental cybersecurity related examples are increasing at a very alarming rate, Blaine. In 2019, the stats were that it was a $3 billion industry. Well, unfortunately, in the last year, that has accelerated at an alarming pace. And today, Africa as a whole, we are experiencing 3 times more cyber attacks than our global counterparts.
So what are the key attack vectors and techniques that are being used by these criminals? The report says remote working is targeted. Hackers are ramping up. There's something called thread hijacking attacks on remote workers to steal data or infiltrate networks. How do they do that?
Yeah. So Blaine, it's safe to say now that probably 2/3 of employees will be working from home. In fact, many organizations will make it compulsory. So what you have is individuals using their own devices or mobile or laptops connecting to corporate environments, individuals or employees working from remote Wi-Fi hotspots, connecting back to corporate networks. And fundamentally, what you referred to, Blaine, are examples of where hackers are now able to penetrate those employees by untrusted Wi-Fi hotspots, untrusted emails being sent to those employees, attachments that are malicious, and so when an individual clicks on it, it unfortunately creates an environment where malicious code is then transferred from that laptop into a corporate environment.
Yeah, malicious mobile application as well, another big concern.
Yeah. So Blaine, we've just come out of a launch of our new strategy as an organization, and remote workforce is fundamentally the way forward. And in fact, I think stats recently revealed that half of most employees have downloaded some form of malicious app. So you can imagine that level of malicious code, unfortunately, entering a corporate environment. So there are solutions out there that can help companies to avoid that. And certainly we encourage many organizations as well as individuals in South Africa and across the continent to implement some of that.
So what are these solutions? What can organizations do to protect themselves against these advanced cyber attacks and threats?
Yeah. So Blaine, I'm glad you asked. Look, it's unfortunate. This level of activity is not specific to one type of organization. We've seen it across enterprises, small businesses, even consumers are being victims of cybercrime. So there are software tools available that one can procure or implement in their organizations as well as on your devices, maybe mobile or laptop. These software technologies allow you to, let's call it, block these type of malicious code. To give you an example, on a daily basis, we are scanning approximately 80 billion digital signatures that are potentially malicious, and we're sharing that information back to our customers and allowing them to protect themselves from any form of penetration. So Blaine, that is fundamentally probably the best way to do that. What we are seeing, though, unfortunately, on our continent, is that many companies are cutting corners around costs, not implementing best practices with the obviously the right resources. And sad to say is that even in a country like South Africa, where we're so culture conscious around crime, we seem to have missed the boat around being the same or culture conscious around cybersecurity. People are still clicking on emails from untrusted sources, opening attachments which they shouldn't, going to websites which are not secure, or using Wi-Fi hotspots, which also unfortunately is not secure.
Pankaj, there's so much I want more to ask you, but we have to wrap it up. Maybe we can get you back onto the program and explore other issues as well on this. But we do appreciate your time and perspective. Be well.
No problem. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you for having me. Bye.
All right, that was Pankaj Bhula, the Checkpoint's regional director in Africa, talking to us about those latest reports and shocking statistics with regards to this. So we'll try and bring Pankaj back and get some more solutions on how to put pay to this cybercrime. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get a check on your headlines.